Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to be looking at the new Dark Harvest, the reworked Dark Harvest that is coming into the game in a few days. Like, it's actually not anywhere right now. It's not on any servers. You can't go and test it or anything, but we have a first look. This is my favorite keystone. Hopefully, it still will be after the changes. It's really fun, but it's going to be completely different. The only real, like, similarity, I guess, is that it does damage and you use it to kill people. Apart from that, it stacks differently. You use it differently. The damage applies differently, and you even boost it with ratios differently as well. So we're just going to very quickly break it down and see actually what is different. But the biggest difference really that you're going to take away at the end of this video is, like, you can use this on anybody now. You could run this on Lux as a poke rune and it would actually be pretty good. So the first big thing that you're going to notice that is different is, well, first, it actually has a cooldown, like 40-second cooldown, right? Resets on takedown, so if you kill somebody, you get like the refresh, you can use it again and stuff, but it has a 40-second cooldown. You can't just use this all the time like you can now whenever you pick up a soul. Partly because the souls are different. You don't get souls anymore from jungle camps, from like cannon minions, from objectives like a dragon or baron or even a champion. Like, you don't pick up souls on the ground anymore. Now, when you damage a champion under 50% health, you deal the Dark Harvest damage, but you also get a soul out of them, and that is how you're stacking up the Dark Harvest throughout the entire game. This is why it's really good for lane phase, basically, or lane champions now, because you can permanently kind of stack this every 40 seconds, hopefully, if you're able to trade and keep them below half health, right? But that is also how the damage is changed. It's not now going to apply at all. The keystone doesn't apply at full health anymore. They have to be 50% or lower, and then when you damage them, that is when the Dark Harvest damage actually applies, and that is, so it's kind of like a finisher. It's like an execution now instead of just like a flat burst damage. So you can get somebody to 50% health with your abilities, and then you hit them again, and that is when Dark Harvest kicks in, rather than now you pick up a stack, you hit them 100%, and it still chunks them massively, right? So it's kind of just moving Dark Harvest damage down into the bottom half of a champion's health bar instead of like the top half, right? That's kind of how it works anyway, and that is going to be a big difference. Like, that is how you get souls now, which is why as a jungler you're going to have to gank all the time if you actually want to do it, because you don't get any stacks from the jungle like themselves. Like, if you farm and stuff, you can't just AFK farm. You have to gank. You have to hit a champion below 50% health to get a soul and to start stacking your Dark Harvest, because it is still going to be a scaling keystone. So the really big thing about this, and I said like you can use it on other champions, is that it's just damaging a champion now. It isn't on basic attack, it's on spells as well. So if you hit somebody with a spell, when they're below 50% health, you apply Dark Harvest. So imagine a Lux, for example. She used her Q and her E, gets them below 50% health, use the ultimate, when they're below 50%, applies Dark Harvest on that ultimate spell. So it will be the ultimate plus Dark Harvest damage that would burst somebody down, which sounds absolutely crazy, right? It is pretty crazy, honestly. It's so much better though, because it opens up to like loads of different champions now. You can have it as a poke tool, as a finisher now. So when somebody gets like below 50%, your poke suddenly gets like way more deadly. But apart from that, like, you can actually use it on loads of different champions. Mages, poke champions, assassins, AD carries. There is only like kind of one definite thing that you have to have. So if you have a look a little bit further down, right, at the bonus damage from souls part, right, you'll notice, well, you might not notice, but that is actually a lot higher scaling now than it is at the moment, because obviously you're not going to be getting as many souls, right? So each soul has to mean a little bit more and give you a bigger damage boost. It's 3% bonus AD, 2% AP per soul that you're going to be getting from people, right? Obviously you don't have as many, but that is going to add up to a massive amount of damage. The only thing that you have to have is a lot of AD or a lot of AP, right? Because you have to be using the ratios. If you don't use that 3% bonus AD or the 2% AP, you're not going to be doing any damage. And this is why as a jungler, you have to gank and you have to actually reap those souls. Otherwise, you're not going to do any damage, because the main part of Dark Harvest now, it does have a base, right? It's actually not too bad. It does have like the soul and stuff, but it's mainly coming from the ratios per soul. It is a per soul basis as well. So you have to reap those souls. But if you do, as long as you have AP, as long as you have AD, it will work. So for champions like Misfortune and Jin, for example, right, they stack loads of AD. They have arm penetration to make this hit harder as well. It'll be a great keystone on a champion like that. Somebody with more attack speed, maybe like a Kog'Maw or something like that, an on-hit build, not going to be very good, because you don't have a lot of AD and a lot of AP to boost this up. It could apply on a bunch of different stuff. It could, we said, like a Lux ult, right? It could be even a Karthus ult, for example. Like, Karthus could genuinely do this. If his ultimate hits somebody on the other side of the map and they were below half health, Dark Harvest would apply, and it would do a bunch of damage, which makes him even more deadly. I'm not going to make this video too long. If you want a gameplay or something of this and kind of showing it off when it actually hits PBE, let me know and I can try and do something like that. I get really terrible ping, so I'll play like trash, but I can try and show you how it works, I guess. And let me know down in the comment section below. That is pretty much it. Dark Harvest is going to have a 40-second cooldown now, resets on takedown. It applies when you damage a champion with anything, an ability, an attack below 50% health. It does the Dark Harvest damage. You get a soul. You stack those souls up. Each soul gives you a percentage of your AD and AP to be used for the next Dark Harvest. So it's an insane stacking mechanic. It's really good still. It's still kind of the same, but the burst is moved to be like an execution and like a finisher, basically. Thank you for watching the video anyway, though. I appreciate it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you want me to do a gameplay of this as well when it comes on the PBE. Let me know what champion as well, and we'll have a little play with it, see what we can find. That'll be pretty fun. But thank you for watching, and for now, I will leave you with the robots.